Hey guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well. Having a really great day. This video, I want to update you all on the Bitmain KS3s. They are now apparently being shipped, according to them on Twitter. They said here, first batch of Antminer KS3s are shipped. Check your mailbox for details. For those that, anyone in the community here, please let me know if you are one of those people who have ordered a KS3 and how much did you pay for the KS3? Was it $50,000 or maybe back then when it was like $99,999 or something? I don't think so. But anyways, let me know down below. Anyone in the community here that actually has bought one of these KS3s from Bitmain themselves. Here, shoot an unboxing video, win coupons. A new batch of KS3s will return soon. Optimized hash rate, superior energy efficiency. Looks like they have a new one here, 9.4 terahash, 3,500 watts. That's a 0.37 joules per gigahash. So I do want to talk about that through my ASIC efficiency sheet here. I'll talk about that. And also a pretty scammy thing that Bitmain may be trying to do right now to the suppliers, asking for more money. Pretty nefarious act, which I've heard that Bitmain has done in previous history. We'll come back to this. There's a bunch of other things, guys, I want to talk about in this video. And not regarding Bitmain, but as well as with Ice River. Not only has there been some reservations regarding with Bitmain, but also Ice River. Okay, so a lot of people have not been getting their shipments from the August 1st to August 10th batch. And now it's August 21st as of recording this video. And so there may be some resolution here. Thank you to Greater Good Mining. We'll come back to this and we're going to talk about the profitability of the Kaspa ASICs as well as some other stuff here. I do want to show you guys my Ice River KS1 yields, okay, how much I've yielded thus far over the past week with this KS1. And I do want to update you all which strategy that I'm going to be doing with this KS1. Talk about the price, talk about the network hash rate, of course. Kaspa right now is hitting up almost 13 petahash and some other food for thoughts regarding mining Kaspa right now. And also we'll talk about the price near the end. Okay, so before I do that, thank you to today's video sponsor, CryptoMinerbros.com. If you guys are interested in purchasing any ASICs, specifically the Ice River ASICs, they do have a few in stock here. I would definitely message them and see what their allocation is if you are interested in buying it. And the prices that you see on Crypto Miner Bros is what you pay for. This includes shipping and duties and taxes as well. So that's one of the strongest points regarding Crypto Miner Bros. If you guys are interested in purchasing any ASICs on their website, link down below. All right, so with Bitmain announcing their first batch being shipped out, and you can see it says there August 21st, okay? So for anyone that's ordered one, let me know down below. Anyone that's gotten a, shipping confirmation, tracking number, whatever. If you guys have gotten that, we want to keep up with this. And, we're going to see at the same time how much of the Kaspa network hash rate keeps on rising considerably. And of course, the profitability at the same time is probably going to keep dropping down and down and down as well, unless the Kaspa price decides to keep going up and up and up. Which it seems like it has surprised us all during this, bear market here. And Bitcoin has dropped down to 26,000, but Kaspa really hasn't dropped down since Bitcoin has gone down. So Kaspa has been holding its own. But going back to Bitmain here, there is a little thing here. Thank you to T Swift. He sent me some screenshots here. He's been talking to with his supplier. And he said here, so basically now all suppliers have to go back to their customers and ask for another $5,000 per miner, because Bitmain won't ship until the extra price difference is paid to make up the hash rate difference because suppliers always buy 30% off coupons. So supplier price is $34,860 per unit. Now Bitmain wants $5,000 on top of that per unit before they ship to suppliers. Now I'm not sure if he's referencing this to the 9.4 terahash models or the existing 8.3 terahash Bitmain KS3 models as they advertised a bit ago. So this is not the first time I've heard of Bitmain. Actually, even ASIC, I believe, has done this with the A11s or A10s back then. They were the suppliers were asking the customers for more money because Bitmain was asking for more money from the supplier. So they were then relaying that to the customer, and a lot of customers got pissed off. I even had to go back in my emails and see in 2021 that ASIC did that. So pretty scammy. If Bitmain is doing this, like asking for more money, right, just because the hash rate has gone up, are on these models for their newer models here. I guess the newer KS3 model. So interesting time, because obviously due to the massive profitability of these ASIC miners, as you all know, the way they price these ASICs is due to how much money they're making. And the stupid part, as you know, a lot of people are spending 5 digits, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for these KS3s, that the profitability changes every single day. And as the network hash rate has been rising considerably, as all of you know, if you understand the risk here, that when the network hash rate has pretty much gone up almost 10 petahash since the beginning of August 1st, all the way up until now, 13 petahash, that the KS3 no longer makes, you know, $3,000, $2,000 a day when it first was announced and was showing up on these, you know, profitability calculators such as like hashrate.no. And a great thing actually of hashrate.no, it shows this ASIC is estimated to be delivered end of August and earnings will be lower when delivery starts. I love that. I love that. So that's a really good disclaimer there. I mean, I've given this disclaimer way back. We've been talking about, you know, these KS3s, Ice River ASICs for the past, I don't know, 4 months or something. I had one of the first KS2s, I think it was back in June 1st, or it's a couple months ago. And even before that, right, we were talking about, I think the multi-miner, and then the Ice River came out of nowhere, and I was shipped a KS2, and we're just like, holy crap, this is insane. And we were all pretty skeptical, and I was really skeptical. And, you know, out of nowhere, this company came out of nowhere. And now Ice River is the talk of the town, or these Kaspa ASICs in general are the talk of the town, which I believe Ice River is no longer producing their ASICs. Okay, this is what I've heard. And on their website, they actually do have some accessories now, like control boards for KS1, KS2, power supplies. I think they've always had this power supplies for KS1, KS2. That's something new. KS3 power supply. They got some fans here. They got some data cables, all that kind of stuff that, you know, they have the extra parts here. So I found that to be pretty cool that Ice River is releasing that for those that have these that may need replacement parts. I thought that was a really, really cool thing. Now, just going over real quick over the efficiency of these Bitmain KS3s now. Okay, so there's this new 9.4 terahash model, okay, 9400 gigahash. At 3,500 watts now. And so the watt per hash or joules per hash is 0.37. So that makes the Bitmain KS3, the 9.4 terahash model, one of the most efficient ASIC miners for Kaspa now. Now the price, we have no idea. They didn't announce that on their Twitter tweet here. But just looking down here, you know, 40,000 for these ASIC miners now. I really think that these prices should not be where they are now, including the KS0. Okay, well, actually, it looks like the Ice River has dropped the KS0 down to 639. To be honest, I think it should be like 299 or maybe 399 or something. Like it's way too high now because the profitability of the KS0 is dwindling down. You know, less than, let's see, it says, according to hashrate.no, it says $5 a day. Okay, currently. And with these KS3s coming out, all right, it's going to be much higher. If they're going to be shipping out, I don't know, 500 of them, 1,000 of them, 2,000 of them, I really don't know. I mean, we just do some quick guesstimate here, okay? Let's just say a KS3 is 8 terahash. That's actually 8.3 terahash, 0.0083, okay? So of a petahash. So let's just do some quick math here. If there were 500, all right, 500 KS3, Bitmain KS3s coming out. So that would be then, if we do in petahash terms, 0.0083 per KS3, that would then mean the network hash rate could rise about 4.15 petahash more. All right. So if they're being shipped out now, August 21st, the network hash rate for Kaspa is around 13 petahash. We could go up to 17 petahash, 18 petahash. And so at the current price of Kaspa, which again could just go up out of nowhere or could go down, right? It's very volatile. We don't really know. I believe we've been all quite surprised during this time that Kaspa has held its own during this market, especially with Bitcoin, which has gone down to 26K. And here we are, Kaspa hasn't really gone down at all that much. I guess it was at 55 cents, went down to 4 cents. Okay, here we are, gone up though now 0.42. So actually, if we just do this into, let's say, Bitcoin, you can see trading like Kaspa into Bitcoin, you're going to get more Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin coming down from 30 to 26K, it hasn't made a big difference at all in terms of the Kaspa trading pair here against Bitcoin. So it just keeps going up, right? Kaspa continues to hold its value against Bitcoin and more. So that's pretty cool to see. And I guess that's really good for those that have these Ice River KS3, or KS2s, KS1s, whatever, any of these Ice River miners right now are able to stay profitable, in quotes, profitable per se. And actually looking at hashrate.io, NiceHash has announced that the Ice River ASICs are now optimized and working on NiceHash now. So you can put your KS3 or KS2, KS1s on NiceHash. My KS2, which was the alpha version, does not work on NiceHash, but my KS1 that I recently got does work, and my KS0 does work as well. All right, so for anyone that wants to mine into Bitcoin, but to be honest, and this is not financial advice, I think there's going to be more upside potential of mining and holding Kaspa for future potential. Talk about that maybe later, but not financial advice. Anyways, okay, now let's go through, talk about next topic here of, okay, so I know a lot of people that were having issues with Ice River directly. For those that have ordered for like August 1st or August 10th batch, thank you to Greater Good Mining. He had a great video here. It looks like he messaged them and he says here, hello, the KS0s in this order have been shipped. The tracking number, okay, so he was talking with Ice River, and the KS3L will also be shipped in the next few days. In order to solve your problems faster, we have launched a new work request system. Please click on the link support.iceriver.io/request/new to conveniently submit your questions and requests. Thank you for the cooperation. We will support you as soon as possible. Greater Good Mining then says, thank you. I'll spread the word, and I'm spreading the word for him as well. Everyone go subscribe to Greater Good Mining. He's an awesome dude. But here is the link that it goes to. I'll have it linked down below as well for anyone that has ordered through Ice River and has not gotten their tracking number or any update on their order. Use this. Okay, this might be a good line of communication, direct communication to Ice River for those that did not have the ability to communicate with them. All right, so just a little quick thing about that. So moving along, I guess I already touched on profitability wise. It is changing every single day, and in my opinion, it's going lower and lower every day because obviously the network hash rate continues to rise, and once those KS3s come online, it could be another 5 petahash, it could be another 10 petahash for 1,000 of those, another, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500 of those KS3 ASICs could be coming, could be shipping out. Who knows? For those that are interested in Kaspa mining, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you are, because a lot of people are pretty interested in, understanding and listening into this type of information or news that I portray here, that the Kaspa network hash rate continues to rise. And over like the past month, beginning of August 1st, it's August 21st as of recording, the network hash rate has pretty much jumped up almost 10 petahash. So it is a lot. So it's not just KS3s, right? Ice River has been shipping out KS1s, KS2s, KS3Ls, notably the KS3Ls, which are 5 terahash. So that will obviously considerably raise up the network hash rate, difficulty, and thus the profitability has been coming down. The KS3s are no longer you're no longer seeing those like $1,000, $3,000 a day numbers, right? KS2 at one point was making $1,200. It's dwindled down all the way down to 1,000 and then 800 and 450. And I think it went back up to 600 for a little bit. And then ultimately here we are, it's at $100 a day now. Okay, so for those that care about the dollar value, it continues to go down and down. And for those that care about the yields, yes, they have been going down and down as well. I have been seeing my KS2, this is my KS1 actually, but my KS2 used to get like, I think 35, almost 38,000 Kaspa a day, right? Able to mine that much, and it has dwindled down all the way down to like, I think 2,000 Kaspa per day. Actually, we can see exactly. We're going to hashrate.io. It's about 2,500 Kaspa a day now on a KS2. And you can even talk about the KS0s. For those that have these, I know when they first came out, or when the first batch, people that got these, they were making, I think, 2,000, or maybe 4,000 Kaspa at one point. And now it's 120 Kaspa a day on a single KS0. But don't forget, for anyone that's buying these KS0s or any KS1 or any Kaspa ASIC miner and mining and hodling, understanding that if they are believing that Kaspa could one day go to $1, that might be too far-fetched. It might be. But if you just look at your yields now, you can do the calculation in your head here. So if you're mining 120 Kaspa a day on a KS0 every day, what if Kaspa went to $1 and you hodled this? This could be worth then $120. theoretically. All right. So, or maybe let's just say Kaspa went up to 20 cents or something. So you can quickly do the math there, right? You just go 0.2 to 20 cents times 120 yield a day right now, KS0, that'd be about making like $24 a day. So if you change your mindset to look at it in that regard, then it's like, oh yeah, this is a great time to be mining, especially with one of these KS0s, they're such a low power and, they can run on 120 volt, laptop power supply, 60, 75 watts, it's very low, yielding this much Kaspa at the current moment. That's obviously going to change real soon. It's probably going to be like, I'm going to say it's probably going to go down to like 20 after all these KS3s come out. So I guess time will tell. I'll update you guys on, I guess once these come out, KS3s come out, it's going to be quite a potential bloodbath. Now, to correlate that with the potential sell pressure of Kaspa, we've talked about this before. I really don't know how it's all going to pan out, in the end. A lot of people have said that the volume and the emission schedule of Kaspa right now, which is around $677,000 a day, that's being distributed to all the Kaspa miners right now. For people that are mining Kaspa right now, every 24 hours, every single day, the yield that's been sending out to all the miners in dollar value is worth around $677,000 a day. So now if we're looking at, in terms of USD value for Kaspa right now, the volume has dropped down considerably to almost $20 million a day. Now, I have heard many times from many traders and stuff that wash trading, these volume numbers could be manipulated in some way. So a good number is around 50%. So 50% of this would be about $10 million. So if there's 24-hour emissions about almost, let's just say $677,000 a day, right? What is the percentage of that against $10 million? That would be a good, I think 6 or 7%, just doing the math in my head. That would be about 7% potential sell pressure. And that's going to go along with, for those that may have bought all these, ice over ASICs, who have bought the Bitmain KS3, God forbid, for those people that have spent $50,000 on these things, how many of them are wanting to get their money back? How many of them are going to sell their Kaspa every single day in order to get that return on the initial investment, or breaking even at least on these miners? That's I like, especially for those that are running this as a business, they're going to be seeing the dollar amount because it's going to coincide also with probably taxes, depending on the financial situations of a lot of these, big commercial miners that may have bought these KS3s. They have to think in dollar value because they're doing it as a business. They have employees, they have expenses, they have overhead. But anyways, disregarding all of that, the Kaspa price, I'm not a trader. I can't predict the future, but if the fundamentals are there, it seems like everyone is, believing in Kaspa, solving the trilemma, which I believe is the security, decentralization, and scalability that Kaspa is solving. So that's a really cool thing. Who knows if that will translate into, further price appreciation. We will all see, because this is just, honestly, this is the biggest, coin that has ever to come out, and to have these type of ASICs coming out and costing $40,000, $50,000, and people are actually spending that much money really kind of blows my mind, actually. I hope to God, for those that took the risk, to be spending this amount. I mean, I bought a KS1, but at like 6,500. So I'm not too hard pressed in my situation to buy one of these. But for anyone that has maybe purchased, $40,000, $50,000 KS3s back then, a couple months ago, or maybe less, it might be cheaper. Maybe they got them at 39. Who knows? I don't know. How many of those guys are going to be hard pressed to either, believe in Kaspa or hodl the Kaspa that they're mining and, just hope for price appreciation? Like, that's obviously one of the biggest mining strategies that everyone does, and everyone's, waiting for the bull run. If that ever happens, there's a lot of risk involved in when you're doing something like that. And yeah, spending this type of money, man, I could not do that. And I don't know. I hope for anyone out there that's maybe a home residential miner, spending this much on a miner that was supposed to make $3,000 a day, but we all knew that that would not stick, right? I hope to God, a lot of people that are maybe watching this right now, hearing this, and if you got to the end, please let me know, guys. Please let me know. And actually, I wanted to do a Kaspa hash rate giveaway. All right. So for anyone here, I will mine to your Kaspa address for on a KS0. All right. I have to keep my KS1 on 2 miners here, but I have a KS0. I will switch that off to someone, mine it to their address for, I don't know, a good, let's say 2 days. All right. I'll do a 48-hour hash rate giveaway on my KS0. For some lucky one that has listened to this video, God forbid, all the way till the end. Okay, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. I mean, a lot of food for thought here. For anyone, just I'm thinking that the ice server prices of their ASICs should come down. I think every one of them should come down, especially the KS0s, a little bit more attainable for the whole miner, right? And in terms of, also keeping it decentralized. This is an easy miner to attain. I think this should be a lot cheaper. Crypto miner bros, if you're watching this, I think you guys should bring this price down to like, I don't know, $600. It's going to be really dominated by the KS3s here real soon. And I think the profitability wise is obviously going to come down across the board. It's all relative anyway. So it's going to be interesting times, guys. I'll keep you all updated. Let me know if you guys watched at the end. I'll see you all in the next one. Make sure you comment down below with your Kaspa address and something positive about anything regarding this video. All right. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.